What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have a matchup of Purple Luffy versus the new Green Yellow Law. This is my first time playing it, and this is also my first time playing it ever in this matchup. I've played against it a few times on the sim when playing Buggy. I think a couple times playing Sugar. Sometimes it's gone really well, sometimes it's gone really bad. It's a deck that it can do a lot of things. It can spit a lot of bodies, but sometimes it doesn't. I really don't 100% know the best way to play this matchup. And I'm playing a really good opponent in Chosa. So yeah, we're gonna start it off. We lost the dice roll. One of the things he said was this is kind of like whoever wins the dice roll wins, and he won because we both want to go first. He starts off with a Bonnie, Searcher, a Rest to Search that searches top 5 for a Supernova. We are going second. We don't have a law, so we pass it back to him on our 2-Dawn turn. And he is going to find a Bonnie blocker, a new one from the set, yellow. And then he's going to tap 2 to play another Bonnie Searcher and search again. Meanwhile, we gave him the 1K Bond Clay for counter. And he grabs a Veggie, the new Veggie. It's a 2K. I'm trying to read its effect. Normally it's a 2K in I think in Kid, but that card might be super instrumental in you letting me use his leader ability. Basically just transport the top life into a Supernova. We swing 5 in a life ramp. We're gonna tap 1 to search with Law Searcher. I was talking about how we wanted to see big moms in this matchup before. So we bottom deck 2 big moms there, and then we're going to bottom deck the third. They're all 3 in a row. Looking at my hand, don't have a Gum Gum Giant, so I think we're going to grab the Gum Gum Giant here. Make sure we have at least one. So yeah, unfortunately, I was kind of hoping to see the big moms. I feel like that could be. I'm expecting Cavendishes. I'm expecting Law Blockers. And here comes the Cavendish. The big mom would have been a great way to deal with those, and now we're going to be playing this game without them. We do have Luffy Tar. He swings 5 life. We give him 2K. And then he plays the Veggie, takes the top life, and then puts a Bonnie there, and then uses leader ability to play out the Bonnie and freezes one of our Dawn. So his leader ability is if it has a Dawn on, he can take the top life, reveal the top life if it's a Supernova, and he has 5 or more characters, or 5 or more cost of characters. He can play it after returning something to his hand. So he returned the Veggie. We're going to ramp to 7. I think we ramped to 8. But we have a Frozen Dawn, so it's really 7. We tap 7 to Luffy Taro into Zorojuro, search top 5 for a Straw Hat. We can grab a Gum Gum Giant, we can grab another 2K. I'm thinking about what to grab. And ultimately, I'm going to decide to grab the Gum Gum Giant. I'm thinking about whether to grab 2Ks, but I'm just thinking that let's play it safe. Let's grab some Giants. We're going to need them. Let's make sure we have them. So we grab 2. We have 2 in our hand. Meanwhile, our board's looking pretty nice. We have 2 Zorojuros, and we have a Luffy Taro as his board right now is the Bonnie and the Cavendish, as well as the Bonnie Searcher. As soon as he turns that Bonnie Searcher sideways, we do have the Law Searcher that we can swing into it if need be. And we are currently at 8 Dawn. He swings 6 in the life with the Bonnie. We give him the 2K. He's also at 2 life right now. He's going to play the Veggie, take the top life, and then put the Law Blocker on there. And now he's going to search with the Bonnie Searcher, search top 5 for a Supernova. He's going to grab the Luffy Searcher, the new one, the yellow one. That's a search on play. Now he's going to swing the Cavendish 6. We're going to give him 2K, and he restands 2 Dawn. So now it's here where he could do leader effect and return the Veggie to his hand and play that Law out. But would go down in life if he did that. He plays the 7 cost Secret Law, which allows him to heal. He reveals what the card is. It is another Law blocker. He has to reveal that, but it does go face down. So he establishes a 7/9 body. And gets the heal. And then he gets to, he's returning, then he uses leader effect to play the Law Blocker. That Law Blocker allows him to return a card to hand and then play 3 costs, which he plays the Tashigi. Thinking about where these swings should go, I'm going to swing 8 into the Cavendish. He gives me 2k, 1k. I'm going to start swinging 8 into his board. I don't think I have a great play on this, and I want to leave Dawn up for Gum Giant. I could have 9-10 Luffy'd. Here we swing 8 into the Cavendish. He takes. Now we're going to swing 8 into the Bonnie. It's dead. And then now we have, we're going to tap 1 for Law Searcher, search top 5, or excuse me, top 4 for a Straw Hat, and the only one we can grab is Luffy Taro. Wish we could grab some counter, but all we can grab is Luffy Taro. And we have 4 Standing Dawn as well as Lead Swing, so we're going to swing 7 into life. He blocks with the Law and then gives us, actually we swing 6 into life. He blocks and then gives us a 1k. The reason I swing 6 instead of 7 is I'm weary of a Hody Jones. If a Hody Jones comes down, he could rest 2 of our Dawn. And while it would still be maybe, I mean, our hand's kind of bricked. He might be able to kill us, but we do have a decent amount of cards in hand. But I want to keep be able to keep 1 Dawn up in case that Hody comes down. I believe this is his 9 Dawn turn. He puts 1 on leader, so he's able to activate effect when he needs to, if he wants to. He taps 1 for the Luffy Searcher, search top 5 for a Supernova. And he grabs a Pooh 2k. So now I'm starting to keep track of his hand. I know he grabbed a Bonnie blocker. I know he's got a Veggie blocker or a Veggie 2k. I know he's got that 2k. So he swings 6 into the life. We give him the 2k. He taps 2 for a Bonnie Searcher and grabs another Veggie. So now he knows another 2k. Now he uses leader effect to return the Luffy, to play out the Law, return the Bonnie. Now he can play a 3 cost. And he plays down. He's thinking about what to play down. And he plays down the Luffy Searcher and searches top 5. And then here's where he says he makes a mistake. I think he said he meant to play something else. I think he meant to play a Bonnie blocker instead. Or maybe it's his next play. He does grab another Bonnie blocker. That's a 3 cost. That is could pair well with the Law blocker. Yeah, he still has that 9k swing to come. And I think he's at 5 Dawn right now. He's mapping it out. He's at 1 life, but currently, as it stands, he has one standing blocker. He's going to put some extra Dawn on. Now he's currently got 3 Dawn. He swings 8. We're going to Gum Giant, return 2 Dawn, pitch the Luffy Taro, draw 2 more bricks. So we really are drawing a lot of bricks. And he still has a 9k swing. He swings 9. I believe he has 3 standing Dawn. And he swings 9 into the Zoroark. We are currently at 7 Dawn, so if we do Gum Gum Giant, we'll be at 7 Dawn next turn. So we let the Zoroark die. We could have kept it alive. Now he plays a Bonnie blocker. He has 2 standing blockers. We'd have to hit him twice, but we'd have to really get over 4, or really get 4 good swings, which we don't have. So here's where I'm thinking about where this swing should go. I'm going to swing the Luffy Tar, whether it's to life or whether it's into the Law blocker that's rested, is what I'm really contemplating. I'm also thinking what I'm going to do is play the Luffy Taro into the Onami and establish a blocker, and then keep 2 Dawn up for Gum Gum Giants. Now that is a little bit risky because those 2 Dawn could be rested by Hody, but we'd be establishing another body as well as a blocker. Here's again, this is where I'm thinking about where this swing should go. I swing 8 into... I decide to be aggressive and swing 8 into life. But again, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about the amount of blockers he has standing. I swing 8 life, and he immediately takes. To me, I'm thinking, oh god, my initial thought is, did I make a mistake? He took that really easily and really kind of almost gladly. Maybe this swing should have gone into the Law. I swing 5 life. I'm curious to see what he'll do, whether he'll block with the Law, whether he'll give us some counter. He does have to kind of respect so that we could be playing a Sanji or something along those lines, so he does give us the 1k. We swing 6 into life. He gives us a 2k. And then now we're going to tap 7, Luffy Taro, Return of Dawn, Onami. We have to play over something, so we play over with a Law. We're going to pitch a card, pitch the Zoroark, and draw 2. And we have 2 standing Dawn and a Nami. Now here's where I'm going to start thinking, because we are kind of in a vulnerable spot. He has 3 good swings. I mean, counting leader, 4 good swings, as well as like he could Dawn up on that Bonnie and that Tashigi. They're at 4k power. It only takes 1 Dawn investment to be able to hit us. We don't have a ton of cards in hand. We do have a Gum Gum Giant, and we do have a Nami blocker. If a Hody comes down, though, he could rest the 2 Dawn, or he could rest 1 Dawn and the blocker. And if he does do that, we could be in a horrible spot. So this is where every swing he does, I'm thinking in the context of a Hody coming down. What would happen if a Hody comes down? Like if I give him the blocker, for example, on the first swing, and then a Hody comes down, I'm probably screwed. So I need to at least keep like, I don't know, that was my thought process. Keep like it a little bit alive in terms of keeping 3 things, so that way if it does come down, we still have 1. I guess it was the idea. So he swings 6 into life, and our hand is kind of brick, but we do have Gum Gum Giant. We do have a 2k. We give him the 2k. Now he puts 2 Dawn on Tashigi and swings 6 at life. And now I'm thinking, interesting. So he's used 3 Dawn. So the Hody is still in play. And again, this is where I'm really thinking, what if the Hody comes down? If I Gum Gum Giant here, he's going to rest my blocker and my Nami. And then the floodgates are open for a 8 swing, 2 6 swings, and a 9 swing. So I decided to take this one. And then here's where he swings 6. So I know a Hodie's no longer in play. So now I'm not as worried anymore about the potential Doomsday. I'm just thinking I need to be able to counter out of all these swings. And I know what's on the board. So he swings 6 and I give him 2 1Ks, which I've gotten out of hand. I think that's all the counter I have in my hand. Now he's going to swing 9 into life. And I give him the Nami blocker. He uses leader effect just to return the card, the Bonnie, and then he plays the Law down and then uses that to return the Tashigi to play the Bonnie. So he used leader effect, but he didn't play out a card. So now he has 4 Law blockers and a Bonnie blocker. So that's quite a wall. I swing 8 into life. He's got about 4 cards in hand. He gives us the Bonnie blocker. I swing 8 into life. He gives us 2K, 1K. And then now I'm just thinking about how I'm going to arrange my Dawn, what swings I can do. I want to keep 3 up for Gum Gum Giant. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm also thinking about putting some Dawn on Law and swinging, because at this point, his hand's so far down, I'm just checking his hand and trying to remember. Like I knew he drew 2 Veggies. I knew he drew a Bonnie. I knew he drew another one of those 2Ks. I'm trying to remember exactly which one it was that we saw. But now I swing 7 into life. Because either he's going to block and give us a 2K, or he's going to give us 2K, 1K, or he's going to let one of his Laws die. So I'm curious what he does with this. This is kind of just testing the waters. He gives us 2K, 1K. And now he has, I believe, 1 card in hand. And here's where I'm going to test the what. I'm going to swing 6 into life. He blocks with the Law. That tells me in my mind that that 1 card he has in his hand is a brick. So now I'm going to swing 6. I'm thinking about swinging 7 just in case he was kind of baiting us a little bit. But I'm going to ultimately decide we're going to swing 6 with the Law. So let's kill one of his other Laws. And then now we're going to pass with like 5 Dawns standing. If he has a Hodie, our Dawn's going to be safe. I know that 1 card he had in his hand didn't have counter, so it potentially could be a Hodie. At least I don't think it had counter, or he would have given us counter. Now he swings 9 into life. He has 2 cards in hand. We're going to start the Gum Gum Giant train, return 2. Pitch and then draw, and we're going to draw 2 1Ks, and then we give him an extra 1K because he's swing 10, I believe. No, he's swing 9. We just need to get to 10. Now he's going to swing 10 into life here with the Law, and now he's going to swing 11 for game. We're going to Gum Gum Giant, pitch a card, draw 2, and then we can give 3 1Ks. I think we could Gum Gum Giant again, but we have the counter, so I don't want to go farther down in Dawn. So we give him the 3 1Ks to get up to 12 to get out of the 11K swing, and we get the W. So yeah, kind of a weird game. I feel like I could have swung better. Credit to my opponent, Chosa. He's really good. He set up some walls there at the end. It was really tough to get around. I think we were just kind of lucky that we had the Gum Gum Giants, and that we were able to get him to a point where he didn't have a lot of cards in hand and then clear his board, or at least clear a lot of those Laws. But again, this was an interesting matchup. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the biggest takeaway was what the biggest decision point for me is that Luffy swing into a Law. Could it have been into his life? Should it have been into the blocker Law? When he did take the life fast, I asked him about it later, and he said he was, no matter what I did, he was going to take that life super fast anyways as a mind game. So he was doing mind games of his own. Yeah, very good opponent. Yeah, just let me know in the comments any decision points I could have done better. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.